everyone, you're here with H, and today the H stands for two things. The first one being, hey baby, let's build a life together even though I don't know who you actually are. And second, ha 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 ha, ha ha, ha ha to you, because you've been a fool here.
Stop it. Get some help.
I know he's real.
Great start. Oh, I know he's real. As we look at a picture of Temu Brad Pitt.
Come to dad.
I know this person's voice.
Okay.
I saw your messages and I thought I'll respond back to you. Call me back when you get this.
Nice.
I know this person I'm talking to. She called me mom.
You know, like a normal mother-daughter relationship. Helped her, you know, if she was going through a rough time, like I was mom.
What? Why do you seem so smug? Why do you seem so smug about this? Like, maybe I'm just, like, very bad at reading facial expressions, right? But you seem very smug about this. Yeah, I'm a mother.
What's up, Seekers?
What's
Welcome
up?
back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
Okay.
So,
Are you ready to hear the truth about Philip?
on today's episode, we speak to a 50-year-old woman named Ivette who has been in contact with a man named Philip on the dating app Tinder for over 4 years.
Tinder?
She sent this man over $20,000 to help him get home, yet his problems with his bank account seem to always get in the way. Ivette turned to our team to help verify this man's true identity. She wants to know if this is true love or just another romance scam.
My question here, as always, did she know about the team beforehand, or did she do some Googling and found the team? Because if you knew about them beforehand, you're an even bigger fool for being in this position. That doesn't just, you know, it's exclusive to her, to all victims. I'm confused.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment,
Go
and
do that.
subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
But you already are.
Well, my name is Yvette. I live in South Florida.
Whoa.
I'm very outgoing,
Hey.
very trustworthy, friendly. Overall, very nice person.
Whoa. I'm gonna stop you there, right? By all means, you can call yourself outgoing, you can call yourself fun, but I've drawn the line at people calling themselves a nice person, because it's
Are you high or just incredibly stupid?
now, in my experience, people who again and again, you know, call themselves a nice person, or why doesn't no one want to be with me? I'm such a great person. More often than not, you're not. So that's a bit strange. You've called yourself a nice person. But let me know in the comments, am I just overreacting?
My marriage, unfortunately, did not go as I hoped and planned it would. But he didn't think with the right head.
What do you mean by that?
What?
We moved from New York to Florida. Just the whole new experience of everyone pretty much that's here being half naked had an effect on him, and he did step
cheated.
out of our marriage.
Yeah, what a bastard.
Because this was a grown man that should have known better and did a lot of partying. We're getting separated and divorced. I decided that I wanted to meet someone, so I joined dating platforms. First text to me was literally just one word that we still till this day joke about. Hey. That was it. Just hey.
Is that something to joke about? What's the funny there? Where's the funny?
Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
Nothing else. So my response to him was,
Hey. Okay. What's funny about this?
We just took off and started talking. It's now been going on for over 3 years.
And you've never met?
At that moment, he had shorter hair, 49 when we first met. tall, nice build.
That's
you
Brad
know,
Pitt, bro.
very attractive. Just very authentic, really nice.
Authentic.
You know, we both laugh a lot. We both are huge Formula One fans.
Oh, it's destined to be then. You both laugh a lot and you both like to watch cars go really fast. Have you ever watched Disney's Cars? You'd enjoy it.
This is great banter.
Oh, just once, I'd love a victim on this show to just have some sort of actual commonality with their lover. Not just, we both laugh. We both breathe air. Can you believe this? Get a grip. I love
One
Formula
day, I
One.
just started calling him Monkey.
What?
And he was like, I really love that you call me Monkey. Because he
Context?
would always tell me that he was clingy. He was like, I'm really clingy. I'm really needy. He goes, I'm going to drive you crazy.
Oh, because Formula One. If someone calls themselves clingy and needy, I'm sorry, I don't think I'd find that attractive because I can already sort of pick up on a red flag. And where is the red flag? Give me a second here. How's your day been, everyone? Have you eaten? I'm going to try and reach for it whilst I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm not a monkey like Philip. I can't, extend my limbs and...
You're fake laughing too, right?
Oh, the tears are real.
It's a red flag. If you're calling yourself clingy and needy, and I barely know you, we're going to have problems in the future then, aren't we? But, I don't know, she loves this, I guess. Any context to why he's being called a monkey, by the way?
I'm going to be constantly like, just very clingy.
That's cringe.
So I don't know where I know he told me not too long ago where he came up with koala,
Sorry?
but I think it kind of fell somewhere along the same lines, like very soft and cuddly. I think.
Yeah, chill out, right? They also have chlamydia, if you didn't know. Not all of them, of course, but that's not how you spell koala. So all the Australians watching this right now are clawing their hair out.
Aren't you go?
Soft and cuddly. I think that's what he said.
And chlamydia.
Koalas are really soft and cuddly, but they can be really mean and aggressive.
And they have
And
chlamydia.
you're like that. You're really soft and cuddly, but you can be really strong and have like a really strong characteristic too.
Okay, so we've got context for the koala. What about the monkey? No context to the monkey.
At times, and I was like, okay, good. Then I'm a koala. Like that's me.
Oh, we've spelt it differently now. Now it's kahula. Create one.
I love how he makes me feel loved, even though I've never met this person.
Philip claimed to be everything a woman wanted. He was an architect, handsome, and a gentleman.
Wait a second. Philip claimed to be everything a woman wanted. So he's just generalized himself and he's called himself basically a chick magnet. What's gone on there? I'm pretty sure if I go onto the street right now and say, hey, do you want a Temu Brad Pitt who's an engineer or whatever the hell was just said? I'd probably find someone that says no. But let me know in the comments. Are you attracted to Wish.com Brad here?
After a couple weeks, Philip told Ivette he had to go on a business trip.
So
Turkey,
a lot
of
of the
course.
conversation was still, the getting to know you type of thing. But a lot of it was him telling me about this project, this upcoming project that he was putting a bid in for. The owner of the project wanted him to travel out to Turkey to meet with him right
Turkey.
away. He's the architect. He has to set up the project. He goes to pay.
Oh, she was drinking water
and
as well.
he can't use his debit card. They froze his.
Let's hold on a second here. Did he get this notification? Dear email. Philip's surname is apparently email. Your Chase account has been locked for security reasons. We detect with a capital D, so they've detected big detections. Your account login from unknown device, and for your safety, your account has been temporarily locked. To resolve this issue, please verify your information here, just chase.com. Thanks for being a loyal customer. Sincerely, the Chase Online team. What a shit email this is.
They froze his account.
Of course.
And that's when I said,
with a capital F as well. So that shit's frozen.
I can lend it to you. You know, I can give it to you. He actually had said, no, I don't want you to do that. You know, I figure something else out. I reached out, you know, to my brother, and I think my brother might be able to send it. And I'm like, that's dumb. Like, just let me send it to you. This way you don't waste time.
Are you dumb? How about that? Huh? I think you've lost your mind. Like, from this portion up until right now, right? I feel like you've lost your mind. You give me narcissistic vibes a bit, to be honest. I don't know if it's just the Florida in you. Hey, wanna go out to the beach and party? I don't know.
What the hell are you talking about?
But seriously, I'm getting bad vibes. You are portraying yourself as this nice person, right? You've painted yourself. But I don't know. I'm just getting like red flags from you, to be honest. Apparently, it's dumb for the person to ask their own brother for the money, but not dumb for a complete stranger to send you the money because it saves time. I don't understand, but okay.
Philip planned to finish his job in Turkey and he would head back to the States with his daughter and start his life with Ivette. While traveling, he would send drawings he sketched on his notepad to Ivette and her daughter.
I had said to him at one point, I'm like, I want to see, like, you know, something you've done or whatever. So he sent me like a drawing of something that he had worked on. It was like a lobby or something.
It's a nice drawing, I guess.
Then the other pictures were just things that he would just free sketch. So the next time, I talked to him, he's like, he goes, I drew something. He goes, did you get it? And I was like, no, I didn't get it. And he's like, hold on, I'm going to send it. And that's what he sent. So he sent, based on what I had told him, what he envisioned.
What is this?
So he envisioned Bella in her room.
Who's Bella?
And then he said, and I said, but that's not how Bella's bed looks. And he's like, no, that's how my bed looks. But I pictured her laying in a bed, so I just drew my bed.
Who's Bella?
Yvette's daughter loved the sketch Philip drew of her in the bed.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Police! Police! Help!
What?
What did that just mean?
Well, I don't even care at this point, right? If you're going to have your own opinion of this being sweet, romantic, whatever, genuinely, I don't care about your opinion right now, because I'm going to stand extremely firm on this is very weird. Woman, you've lost your damn mind. Because if you dare tell me that anyone, right, is going to draw my daughter in their bed, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, all right? Virtually, I'm kicking the shit out of you. And if you were stood in front of me and you handed me this drawing, I'm kicking the shit out of you. Potentially, I've incriminated myself, but the drawing is incriminating you. What the hell? How can you, as a mother, and I'm not a parent, right? So perhaps my anger right now is misguided. You guys will let me know in the comments. But as a mother, as a parent in general, how are you letting someone you've never met, you've only spoke online with, draw your damn child in their bed, bro? What the frick, man? Oh.
Police! Help! Police! Help!
You know, earlier when I said I was getting bad vibes, thank you very much for proving myself justified in having the feelings. You are weird, okay? And potentially, like, I'm not trying to, dump shit on you, but potentially someone check on the child because you're being weird.
It was almost time for all of them to finally meet.
No.
By this time, marriage was even brought up.
Goodness.
Everything seemed to be falling in place.
Yes, I'd love to marry you, person who draws my daughter in your own bed.
until Philip needed more money to get home.
I don't care at
Last
this
time I
point.
sent money was probably about a year ago.
Look, I don't know what it is once again. You just give off so much smug vibes, right? There's one thing being confident in yourself, and I love it when I see people be confident in themselves. This is just something else. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like hella heated right now, but at this point, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care you've been scammed. Just based off of the fact that you've allowed your lover to draw your own daughter in his bed. I don't care.
A year and a half ago. The
Just don't care.
owner of the project was going to send me money to send over to him
I just don't understand.
because he
how
didn't
that
have an
makes sense,
account
but
there and his account was frozen. He couldn't receive money into his account.
Editing H here. Yes, I look a mess. Yes, the glasses, depending on if this video is released after a new commentary or not, then it's new. But if you're watching, it's shut up. Nobody cares. What I want to ask everyone is if the owner of the project sends her the money to send him because his bank account is frozen, how is she going to send it to him? And if she dares to tell anyone, I'll send it in Bitcoin, I'll send it in gift cards, why doesn't the owner of the project do that then? Ah! Why was it frozen?
No access to it.
Oh,
He was in a panic to get out of there before, because countries had already started kind of locking up borders. He has a friend.
Oh, this is pandemic times, is it?
Private jets, and
Oh.
he said he will let me use his jet if I can pay for the gas.
Look, you're dumb once again. How about that? Because this guy has a friend that has a private jet, but you gave him money instead of the friend with the private jet who's probably shitting out millions. You're dumb.
And then after that, he hasn't asked for money ever again.
All of the money Ivette sent
Okay,
went
you
to
seem upset
Turkish
about
bank
that.
accounts. Unfortunately, Philip is still stuck in Turkey
Why?
and is waiting for the airport to open back up so he can fly his jet to the US.
Here's a question. Now, it might be a stupid question, so potentially I'm dumb. But if you have a private jet during the times, of course, when everything was locking down and stuff like that, could you still fly the private jet? I assume no, because you are potentially spreading a disease. But let me know in the comments. I feel like if you have a private jet, you would be allowed, I guess, because it's a private jet, but I don't know.
First, I told my friends who were really excited, as I was. I was super excited.
You all need help then.
My daughter is engulfed in this. His daughter is engulfed in this.
Your daughter is involved in this because she was drawn in the bed of your lover, okay? There's no reason for her to be in his bed, okay? Just get a grip of everyone get a grip of themselves, all right? If I dare see a comment that I'm overreacting, once again, but cool, but I don't care. I just can't understand why none of her friends said anything about this. They're okay with this. Yeah, nothing weird about that. Just
we're all wrapped up in this thing. But eventually my friends were like, you know what? There's something not right. Something's not right. Something doesn't seem right. This guy doesn't even video call you. Philip and I still, till this day, still continue to talk on a daily basis. We call each other at night before we go to sleep. We actually go to sleep together.
No, you don't.
He stays on his phone. I stay on my phone. And we literally fall asleep together.
No, it doesn't work like
when
that.
I talk.
And how dare you have that thing in your... Stop looking at me, shitting Brad Pitt.
Calm yourself, boy. You are acting hysterical.
That voice. Oh, yeah. We go to sleep together. Oh! Again, I'm losing my shit here, bro. It's like the sickness has slowly exited my body, but now I'm consumed by rage. And it's just because of the daughter in the bed, by the way. Like, that has just heightened everything. I've seen a lot of weird shit on this show, right? What is it with the victims who just don't care? Huh? You can't be in love that much, man.
On the phone, he sounds English, like British.
Is it?
Aussie. Without 100%, without a doubt.
Oh, Aussie. He sounds British and Aussie at the same time. No, he sounds like a criminal. How about that?
About
drawing kids in beds
and getting married, and spending the rest of our lives together.
We were able to get a few voice messages Philip sent to Yvette's phone.
Hey, I don't know, answering. I'm just getting a voice message.
The typical Aussie accent there.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and stay awake for a couple more minutes, but I don't know. You have to call me as soon as you get this.
Why?
After all of the money Yvette dished out, she is still optimistic about being with Philip. She still plans on starting a family with him. This man has been stuck for almost 2 years.
I think the total number of that I've sent within the last 3 years, probably, I want to say about 20K. I would have said the first half.
Shut up. The more I look at him, the more pictures they show. Genuinely, it's like Brad Pitt. It's like a Brad Pitt lookalike has just decided, I'm just gonna vibe. That doesn't even make sense, but I'm flustered at this point. 2 years he's been stuck there, yeah? What happened to my friend's jet can be used in a few weeks? What happened there then? Any story there? Did the jet burn? Is that what happened?
All of this, I would say romance scammer.
Oh?
But then once he has stopped asking for anything.
He got money, bro.
Then where does that leave him?
What do you... Look at the jawline.
Really? He's got no reason to continue to talk to me. But he does.
Shut up.
I know he's real. I'm talking to a human being.
Oh, yeah.
I know that I'm talking to a human being.
But if you don't know, romance scammers, you want to call them human beings or not, that's up to you depending on, how you determine who they are from their actions. You can call them, I don't know, I was going to say donkey, but that's unfair to donkeys. But anyway, romance scammers technically are human beings. If you didn't know that, Yvette, okay?
I know this person's voice. I know this person's laugh. I know this person I'm talking to. Clearly, there's just so many truths have been told or so many lies have been told.
And criminal behavior such as drawing a small child in his bed.
Help! Police! Help!
I want to know which side it falls on. And if it's lies, then hey, you know what? You got the best of me. But if it's the truth, I need to know that. I need to know. I need to know because I bought all this BS. I bought it. And I need to know, was it BS or was it the truth?
I hate all the victims that say, I need to know this, because the lover has clearly demonstrated such shitty, abusive behavior. Some cases more than others, right? So why do you want this person to be real? And don't tell me it's just so you know that it's real or fake and you'll go about your life. Because if the person was real, 100% these victims would jump into the bed with them. It's cringe, okay? It's very, very bad for your own self-esteem that you're willing to accept all this shitty behavior just because either you really desperately need love, I guess, or you're just blinded by their looks. So...
Because the lies are so good that...
Really?
It's hard to not have a part of you believe that, damn, maybe he is telling the truth. Maybe I'm that gullible that I just believe anything anybody says.
All right, Seekers. Correct. It's time to dig into everything and find these answers.
He doesn't look like Brad
Yvette.
Pitt there now, actually.
We weren't buying the whole flying the jet.
That is an ugly tie, by the way. Like, I don't normally wear ties, of course. But that seems like an ugly tie, at least to me anyway. Why is it giving off metallic vibes? You spray paint it, you went to a car engineer man, and you got it wrapped. Car engineer man, by the way.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This guy's lies were starting to catch up to him.
Is it?
Our reverse image search found everything we needed to know about Philip and his daughter.
Yeah, by the way, sorry to pause it here, but if this guy isn't some type of entertainer that is at random cruise ships or something, acting as a Brad Pitt lookalike, then, you know, he needs to change his career.
We were able to find their true identities pretty easily using the tools on our website, socialcatfish.com. After a few days, we set up a meeting with Ivette to go over everything with her.
Very cozy.
And something strange happened. Make sure you stick around until the end.
So,
got
are you ready to hear the truth about Philip?
Yes, I am 100% ready.
We felt we had enough information to get Ivette to come to terms, and she was anxious about us looking into Philip. But today was the day she found out the truth. Before we hop into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We are so close to 100,000 subscribers thanks to all of you guys. Thank you for all your support.
Look how far
So how are things with you and Philip going?
Nothing has changed. Like, it's status quo. Like, we're, you know, the hope of, you know, being together soon. You know, just wondering which direction, you know, this could potentially be going in. You know, it's very difficult to speak to Philip, and then I had this in the back of my mind, like, oh, you know, geez, like, what if this is all legitimate, and I'm like, I felt like a horrible person.
Wow.
But then then there was the flip side, is like, well, what if it's not legitimate? You know, like, I almost didn't know how to be with him at times, you know, during our conversations.
Shut up. You know, I don't understand when the victims obviously reach out to the show, regardless if they know or don't know the team and what they do, right? Surely you would find out from their YouTube channel, potentially, or their website, but then you would find out about, obviously, reverse image search in the process. Like, surely, right? They harp on about reverse image search that much. Then wouldn't you, obviously I'm giving the victims some sort of credit here, but wouldn't you then go onto Google and say how to reverse image search? You'd find out, you'd do it, and then bish bash bosh, you found out you've been scammed. Like, surely that takes like 3 minutes, maybe. So I'm just confused by how people end up on the show, basically. I don't know why it's taken me this long to ask that question. But does it make sense what I'm trying to ask here? I feel like in the process of finding out about the team, you'd find out how to spot red flags. I don't know. It's just...
I'm sorry. I can't handle this.
But anxious. Mostly just very anxious to know, you know, kind of like, I just want to get on with it and know what's happening.
Well, Ivette, get ready, because we're going to get into all of the information now. Hopefully put your mind at ease about your relationship with Philip. So I'd like to start first with the paintings, the drawings that you'd sent over.
Stop it, I don't want to hear about it.
And so the first pencil drawing, I believe it's a man and a woman.
What?
That's actually a very popular pencil drawing that's been used over and over throughout Pinterest.
Let me address something here, right? Whoever drew this, you know, what's the context, right? Because if the context that the scammer used is that this is Philip being kissed by, I don't even know, all right? If it's Yvette's daughter, we're just transcending even deeper into the depths of my rage, okay? You give me a picture like this and you tell me, hey, look at your child kissing me on the forehead. I'm losing my shit. I don't know if that's just me, but...
It's not an image that was originally created by Philip.
Okay.
Moving on to the other image,
No,
we
no,
were
no.
able to link that back to an account on LinkedIn under a username Ranran. It's a person that creates these pencil drawings. You see here a girl sleeping in the bed. He also has a gallery of pencil drawings that are similar to that style.
Okay.
Stop
So
it.
basically the drawing which he claimed he drew of my daughter with the dog in the bed,
Disgusting.
that was not him.
That is
Why do you
correct.
seem so upset about that?
I'm like flustered right now.
Are you dumb? You should have been flustered that a strange man drew your daughter in his bed. I don't like you.
One with supposedly my daughter in the bed with the dog, that one actually does come as a surprise to me because I really, did think that he authentically did
Are
that.
you dumb?
So
Are you okay in the head? You are happy about that, huh? You seem quite actually angry that a strange man has not drawn your daughter in his bed. You're strange. Do you know this? And I hate the fact, and I know it's business, right? You can't come on here, we've been reached out to this victim. We can't slander you outright on this show, right? I get it. But can we, I don't think they're going to do this, but I wish they would have told her. This is very strange, okay, Ivette? You're a strange woman for allowing this to be normal, I guess. You've normalized this man drawing your daughter in his bed. That's what you've done. Get a grip. I don't care if I've repeated it several times now. I just need everyone to understand how weird it is.
are you ready to hear the truth about
Why are they
Philip?
so smiley
Yes,
about
I am.
this?
100% ready.
After using all of the search tools that we have available on our site, as well as other tools and software, we were able to confirm that Philip is not who he claims to be.
Okay.
The real man in the photos
That's Brad Pitt,
is
man.
known as Andrew.
Yes.
What? What do you mean, yes?
I know who he is.
What?
Help me! Help me!
You don't seem shocked at all.
No, I did discover that those weren't his pictures. And he said that the reason that he used someone else's pictures were because his profiles have been hacked so many times that he didn't want to put his own pictures up. But I do know who Andrew is. I'm actually friends with Andrew on Instagram. I've never communicated the situation to Andrew, but I friended him.
That when I said earlier this woman has lost her mind or lost the plot, whichever of the two I used, genuinely, I think it was fitting, actually. The actual person whose images are being used. You didn't give a shit enough, apparently, to inform this person, which I'm sure they probably already know, right? He is a good-looking guy. But then you accepted the excuse that because Philip was hacked, I'm now going to use someone else's pictures because I've been hacked and go on dating websites and outright confess, yes, I'm catfishing people because I've been hacked. What is going on? This is shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
So I do know exactly who Andrew is.
Well, you're dumb then.
So what he's telling you is
You're just a bigger
basically,
fool.
I'm Andrew, but I'm also Philip at the same time.
What?
No, he never said he was Andrew. He just said he used those pictures.
Yeah, so as you continue speaking, the story gets even more batshit and the dumber you sound. So I suggest stop it, Ivette.
Came to us to verify who Philip was. Now, Philip has already expressed to you that he's using someone else's photos.
And that's another thing I didn't even bloody mention. You quite literally know the pictures are fake. So what are you trying to determine here? Because he...
What the hell's going on over here?
What would make you think that this is real?
Because I believed his story. I believed that, because his accounts had gotten hacked, that he, didn't want to use his own personal pictures.
yeah, okay,
So
that makes
he
sense.
just grabbed pictures from online and put them on his profile. Like, I
No.
legitimately believe that.
No, you absolute fool, okay? Let's say that is a real story, right? How...
First, you need to calm down.
Why would you think it's okay? And this is what I was talking about before. These victims always just accept the bullshit behavior, right? Why would you think it's okay for this person to literally be catfishing, right? Why would you think that's okay? And you think everything else is real. Literally, the person's pictures that are being used is not even of them. But hey, I believe everything else you've said.
He said when he told me.
Close the laptop.
When I confronted him and I said, hey, that's not you.
End the call.
And he told me that, I believed it. I authentically believed his story.
How many times are you going to say authentic, by the way? Has somehow authentic, the word, sponsored you? I feel like you've said it too many times now. I don't know if you're trying to make me and us believe you, or you're trying to make yourself believe it. Authentically. Authenticism. Authenticate me. Shush.
So I never knew what he looked like, but I knew he wasn't the person in the picture.
What a waste
So
of an
today,
episode.
do you know what he looks like?
What a waste.
No. Claimed multiple times that he has sent me a picture, but I never get them. I never get the picture.
Why?
That he sends me. They could be random things that I'll get, but I won't get the pictures of him.
Why?
So this is
Bad
actually a typical romance scam where a person steals images of another person, claims to be another person, falsifies documents, falsifies stories, reasons why they need money and funds to help them.
Yes.
The next thing that it's going to lead into is, hey, can I borrow such and such?
I was really confused on why Ivette still felt that this guy wasn't lying about every
me
single
too.
thing that came out of his mouth. These scammers are good.
And
This
what?
shows the amount of manipulation that Ivette was going through.
What manipulation, bro? I'm sorry, but if someone tells you watching this that, yeah, I've been using pictures of someone else because I got hacked, yeah, are you going to believe anything else they say? Like, realistically, where does manipulation come into this? It's her just believing everything for whatever reason. Maybe low self-esteem, it stems from the fact that her marriage ended on such negative terms. She got cheated on, so potentially, maybe this is sort of a, look, I can be with someone. This is sort of a gotcha. I can be with someone. I don't know. But I don't think we can chalk this up to the scammer's manipulation.
He told her that these photos weren't even of him, and she still trusted this guy.
So what about the daughter? Do you feel like she was real?
The same way I felt that he could potentially be real. I almost at times felt that she was more real than he was.
So we were able to confirm who Philip's daughter really is. And she goes by the name of Natalie. She is not his daughter.
Okay.
Sorry, why did Bree just like gulp there? Like, look at this. Watch. Like, roll Racky. What's going on, Bree? You seem very timid and shy in this video.
Okay. Again, it's a hard blow because I developed a very close relationship with her too.
What?
But that's what these people do, though. They create this fantasy world.
Yes, correct. But where? Where was this relationship being formed? I didn't see no messages between her and the daughter. So I just don't understand how that would have come to fruition. We've cut it out of the video. Once again, are we missing context?
Of these fake, characters and this whole movie scenario.
It's a shit movie. Shit movie.
You know, like a normal mother-daughter relationship.
Where was the normal?
I gave her advice when she needed it. You know, I helped her, you know, if she was going through a rough time. Like I was mom. I was mom.
Oh,
I literally
I'm probably gonna
treated her like
blur
she
the
was
face
my
because they've
daughter.
unblurred it.
Where does all this information lead you in your relationship with Philip?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy. This is someone who's been in my life for 3.5 years.
They've literally not been in your life, but okay.
You know, the conversations we had, I thought were real. It's gonna be hard not hearing his voice and not talking to him.
So there's two things I want to go over with you. One, odds are you were not the only person he was scamming. Just by viewing the wire transfers, there are multiple people involved in this scam. Either willingly or unwillingly, we call these money mules. So what this tells us is that you weren't the only person involved in this scam. Number two, you are a beautiful woman.
That is
and
true.
You deserve
as shit as I think you are as a person, right? You are an attractive lady. So I'm pretty sure if you walk the streets of Florida, yeah, you'd probably have people, you know, falling at your feet. So that's actually not that way, to be honest. That's sort of putting you on a pedestal. And I get the vibe you think very highly of yourself anyway, which is actually it's a counter to me saying you give off low self-esteem vibes. You're a confusing person, I guess, but you are an attractive woman. Just get out there and, you know, have fun, man. You don't need this. I'm surprised, actually, that you did this for like 4 years or however long it was. And I just look, for the record, you still have lost your mind. You still sort of normalized, in my opinion, criminal behavior. So get a grip of yourself.
With someone who is real and available.
It's just disappointing. And I think I'm disappointed almost more in myself, you know, for falling for it.
Yeah.
For not.
Facts.
I'm a very smart person.
Don't say
and
that.
to allow myself to be pulled into this whole scenario and this whole situation is just, you know, it's disappointing. I think I'm disappointed in myself. I couldn't.
You know, I don't know. Like, I'm getting all sorts of mixed signals from this woman. I kind of right now feel like she just came on here to be on the show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Care about him, and because he's irrelevant to me now, you know. But it's just, I think that's what disappoints me more is that
a couple seconds ago you just said that it's going to be hard to move on. Now you're saying he's irrelevant.
Wow, you know, you got played.
Who was that?
He's a loser, though.
Listen, hey, he's more than a loser. I won't say what he is.
There is something in the cage
I
at the back
don't
there.
feel pity for him in the least bit.
You don't deserve somebody that just lies to you about every single thing, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think you wanted this to be real, and you wanted to be faithful to this person, but he just doesn't exist, though. That's the issue.
Right. And that's, you know, I think that's the part that hurts me too, is that I really was, to a certain degree, I really was faithful to him. Like, for the first, I want to say about 2 years, I didn't talk to anyone else. Like, I was legitimately in a relationship with this person. I was being faithful. I had no interest in talking to anyone else or going out on dates. You know, I put my entire life on hold for this.
So you wasn't faithful for the other times?
Person. When I could have been out there meeting people and, you know, like living my life. And I kind of just fell into it. I really believed I was in a relationship with him. Between you and I have a date tonight.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
So you're cheating on Philip.
So it couldn't come at a better
How dare
time.
you?
Right. Oh, that's
Nice.
that's such great news.
I really want to thank you guys because
I don't think they did
it's
anything.
the beginning of the new year, and I think this is the best way for me to start the new year.
Like, New Year? We're in Feb, actually. So... I don't understand if the team actually did anything, to be honest, because you, deep down, I'm pretty sure you already knew it was fake. And that kind of backs up my point of me feeling like you just came on here for vibes. Also, can I ask what is in the cage? Because it looked like a bird. I guess it's a bird.
Just having the clarity that, I knew I wanted this. So I really need to thank
she's
you
dropping a
for getting me
monologue
to
here,
this
man.
place right now.
Thankfully, Ivette was moving on from this invisible man, Philip. She went on a date later that night with a real man with a real name in real life.
How do we
and
know
she
this?
enjoyed it.
Like playing devil's advocate, yeah. How do we know the guy used a real name? Do you know what I mean? We don't know.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, all of our new videos go out every
Saturday.
Wednesday. So please don't forget to
Saturdays is when I upload the new episode commentaries. Plug.
like, comment, and subscribe. All right, Seekers.
Go do that.
We'll see you guys next time.
But you already are. Is Linny going to appear on screen? No, we're just going to get the fade lights signaling her brain and the fact that she normalized creepy behavior.
I know he's real.
What the... Let's not start this video again. Thank you very much, laptop. Look, I think it's very safe to say that I don't really like Ivette for the simple fact that she ignored criminal, creepy, disgusting behavior in the name of love, right? Never gonna get over that. I'm truly sorry. This is an older episode, but as I've mentioned, let's go look at some of the comments from the original video, discuss some things, argue with the comments if need be. I'll be back. Tantalizing talk time, and I've just realized as I turned this section of the portion camera on, what am I on about? When I look there, I look an absolute mess, but not as messy as this story and the spelling. Never fall for a man who can't spell koala. That's my #1 dating rule. It seems Ivette herself couldn't also spell koala, so Ivette, stay away from me. No, but seriously, all right, if you can't spell koala, I don't want to be with you. Simple as that. Next up, a very good point has been raised. I'll never forget the first word he ever said to me. We still talk about it to this day. He said, hey. So then I said, hey. Listen, I don't know what kind of hallmark, shit you're living, Ivette, but that just screams to me of like teenagers in love for the first time. He said hey to me. Girls, he said hey to me. Oh, slay. Oh my God. He said hey. Oh. Slay, girl. Slay. Period. Get a grip of yourself, okay? You're a grown woman, okay? And he's a grown man. If hey is enough to hook, line, and sinker in people, then I'm doing it all wrong. I'm just gonna start randomly messaging people, hey. I'm gonna become like a playboy at the end of it, apparently. Stop it. And to be more serious, it does kind of highlight, at least to me, very not severe, right? I'm not gonna diagnose her as having severe self-esteem issues, but it's just very interesting that hey is enough for you to fall head over heels. I do wish she sought professional support after this, because it's not good enough, in my opinion, for her to just hear, yeah, you've been scammed. I feel like she needs to work on herself before moving on to another relationship. Next up, we have a comment by Tawny, who says what I've been saying for the longest time. It isn't that the scammers are good at manipulation, it's that the scammed are delusional. And I always give the example that if the scammers were actually good at what they do, right, they wouldn't be targeting people who they think are vulnerable targets. They'd be going after big corporations because surely that's where the big moolah is, right? Which in actuality, we've seen victims give hundreds and thousands and sometimes even millions. So maybe you wouldn't go after the big boys when you can dupe vulnerable people into giving such large amounts. Damn, actually. Oh my goodness. No, but seriously, the scammers are not good at what they do. Otherwise, their success rate would probably be larger than it is. We next up have 4 years, only 20,000. She's doing better than most. I mean, sure, if you really want to, dumb things down, it's only 20,000. If anyone wants to send me only 20,000, I'm more than willing to do anything you want from me. Okay? But doing better than most, I mean, in terms of monetary value lost, maybe she's doing better than a lot of victims. But she's still very creepy, and yes, I'm throwing her under the bus in terms of creepiness as well. Because accepting the fact that your daughter has been drawn and visualized in this strange man's bed, I'm sorry, I'm chucking you in the creepiness as well, to be honest. It's very strange. I really despise the fact that the team didn't comment on that. So yeah, monetarily, she's doing better than most. But au contraire, she's not just delusional, she's a bit weird as well. We next up have someone whose name is Electric Lululand, which is an incredible name because the Lulu, or the Delulu that we see on this show, it's electric. It's shocking. What's wrong with me? Hey, or waving emoji is a dead giveaway. Goodness.
You're joking. Not another one?
Sorry, I shocked and electrocuted myself so much that the cough came back. I just want to point out that this person thinks if you say hey or a waving emoji, what's a dead giveaway? That you're a scammer? Because, damn, I shouldn't say hey to my friends then, because I'm a scammer, it seems. Not sure what this person... Maybe you are in Lululand. Now, don't get me wrong. Is it the most engaging opening line? No, by all means, it's not. You can do better than that, everyone. If you're gonna break the ice, come with something a little bit more hot. You know what I mean? What's wrong with me? I'm dying! No, but seriously, come with the flames. That's a flamethrower. But it doesn't mean you're a scammer if you just say hey. So, stop it. Next up, I'm glad someone else picked up on this. I'm clingy, boy bye, with the red flag. And damn right, I'll get the red flag out again. That is, you think it's clingy? I think it's cringy. If someone tells you right off the bat that they are needy or whatever, right? At least to me, that's not a good start, right? Because two people should come together, right? You each still live your own life and you build a separate life together, if that makes sense. Because you still need to be individuals, right? And if you're going to be clingy, then no thank you. I'll go adopt a kitten or something like that. Not freaking date. So please, everyone, watch out for that, especially in the early stages of a talking stage, perhaps, or early stages of a relationship. If you notice the other person sort of not living their own life and their happiness revolves around you, that's not a good sign for the future, and it's not a good way to live life for that person anyway. So watch out. Editing H here, just to clarify some things that I just thought of whilst watching this part back. There's obviously the notion of being obsessed with your partner in the positive way, right? You'd do anything for them, you'd give them the world, right? And if anyone wants to give me gold bars, then no relevance to this section. But there's obviously that part, right? And the clingy, the needy, and having your happiness revolve around your partner in the sense that I'm talking about in this past section is more to do with people who literally, and maybe you can drop some examples to further back up what I'm saying, or perhaps you know what I'm talking about. The people whose happiness revolves around their partner to the point where they don't do anything themselves, right? Perhaps they don't take care of themselves physically and mentally, or it gets to a point where they need their partner around them at all times. Like, you can't go out with your friends, I need to be with you, or no, you can't go to this particular restaurant unless I come with you. You know, those type of people, that's what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to clarify that, because obviously there is being obsessed with your partner in a good way, whilst still letting them live their life outside of the relationship. I hope that all makes sense. Back to tantalizing talk. We next up have a comment from Amy, and I've seen this type of comment a lot recently. I have an idea, maybe these lonely people should talk to each other, no charge. You're basically what you're describing is on recent episodes as well. People have mentioned dating apps being created for the victims, and I understand, you know, what you're trying to do there. Sort of like a forum type service that people can talk to each other and stuff. But that's just a ripe picking for scammers. Oh, there's a bunch of people who have issues within themselves internally. We're in there, we can make shit tons of money. So I understand, you know, it's a good premise. People who feel the same way, share similar experiences, talk to each other. You know, that's good for your own mentality, to be able to share experiences and to feel like you're not alone in what you've experienced. However, as I mentioned, a lot of these victims have things internally that they need to work on before even beginning to think about dating someone. So maybe your comment necessarily isn't saying create a dating service, more of like a forum, but I feel like the negatives outweigh the positives of such a scenario, but let me know in the comments. We next up have a comment from Alex Thorne, who I also am happy someone else picked up on this. Anyone who describes themselves as being nice and kind usually aren't. Now, of course, as I mentioned, you can have confidence within yourself if you say yourself as, how about I say English words properly? If you think you're funny, for example, sure, that's one thing. I don't think of myself as funny, to be honest, because it should be someone else calling you that. But what's a good example? I'm trying to think of it, but if you call yourself handsome, I guess, you have confidence in yourself, you go, my friend. Do you know what I mean? But if you call yourself nice and kind, I just don't feel like those words are for you to describe yourself as. But let me know in the comments. Now, this next comment screams racism to me, and it's actually quite disgusting. Tony says, guess what? It's fake, dummy. He's a black from Nigeria. Nobody can tell me in the comments that he's a black from Nigeria is not racist. I don't know what you're trying to say there, because I don't think there is a necessity to mention skin color at all in this comment, right? If you think a romance scammer is going to hail from Nigeria, that's one thing, right? If you presume that's where the story is heading, that's one thing. Which, let me just remind people, there are romance scammers bloody everywhere. Could be anyone, right? However, he's a black. He's a black. He's a black. Oh my God. You've called black people, you've just degraded them. He's a black. Fuck off, Tony, to be honest. Next up, legend has it he is still stuck in Turkey waiting for private jet. Yes, he's waiting for the private jet to come. It will never come because I will not send it. If you didn't know, I have a private jet. No, seriously, that would be stupid. As someone who is scared of flying, why the hell would I have a private jet? But yes, I'd love to imagine the scenario that he's still there, right? And he just messages Ivette randomly, just, please, I need to escape. Somehow my friend is not saving me, because he said he was waiting for the friend's private jet, which, what happened to the friend? Who knows? I'd love to know. I'd love to be a fly on the wall whenever she got messages. Again, potentially. Next up, we have a comment that's very interesting, and I'd love your thoughts on this. Okay, I don't buy the story that she had an actual date the very same evening. Now, I think it's interesting that I say Ivette has, narcissistic tendencies, but at the same time needs to work on her self-esteem. I guess both things can be correct at the same time, but I got the vibe as well that I don't really believe that magically on the same day of the call, she has a date. I don't know. Maybe it's her sort of spinning a story to make herself seem like she's moved on very quickly, which, might I remind you, she said it's going to be hard to move on, but then a few seconds later said he's irrelevant to me now. And another few seconds later, she has a date magically. It's just I'm gonna make myself look like nothing has happened to me. It's strange. Let me know your thoughts. The next comment raises a very good question. So she's been in a relationship for 3 years with a dude who used another person's pics, but still can't provide a real picture. Now, we've seen the military stories use the fact that they're on a secret mission and they can't send a picture, etc., etc. What the hell is Philip's excuse for this? Because, cool, you've outed yourself as a catfish, quite literally. But then why don't you then send another picture? You say you've been hacked, which is why you use fake images. But is Ivette gonna hack you if you send her a real picture of yourself? It's very strange. I'm not sure why she didn't pick up on that fact, but I guess at that point she's already in Delulu land with a criminal, and herself is quite weird behavior. So who's to accept or expect any common sense? And then lastly, just a few final comments on this particular comment, which I saw quite a few times. She seems a nice lady. I draw the line at nice, right? Is she a pretty woman? Is she attractive? Sure, right? I'll give her that. However, nice might be a stretch. And I'm sorry to keep mentioning this, but she allowed and normalized a stranger to draw her daughter in his bed, whilst also him saying, I visualized it. That is not nice. I'm really sorry to anyone's bubble that I'm bursting right now. But if you think that is okay, if you think that's cool to do, please, I hope anyone in your family is able to clock on to your thinking. And if you're in, the vicinity of a child, someone takes the child away from you if you think that's okay, because that's disgusting. Look, I'm not coming at her as a mother, right? I don't know what she does behind closed doors, because I can only go off what I see on the screen, and that alone is enough to make me worried, to be honest. So I don't think she's a nice lady. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want to watch more, playlist will be up there as usual. I hope her daughter's safe. Like, I'm just gonna leave it at that, innit? Bye. What a strange episode.